Welcome, guys. This is Delisa's Life. I'm here with
Lisa, and I'm here with.
hubby. How you doing? How you doing? So, Lisa, what has changed the most for
No.
you since becoming?
We're doing a video on some of the things that changed since we became debt free. We've been debt free for a month and a half now. So, yeah.
I could ask my question now.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, what's the biggest change for you being debt free within the last month and a half?
I'm no longer using cash envelopes. I don't know why I stopped. After we became debt free, I just stopped. So I have to get back on that because I don't use it at all. And
You probably don't really need to as much because you're not really writing out future
bills. Yeah.
bills. The bills we have now are light bill,
Mm-hmm.
Netflix, water bill,
And most of that comes out of the account.
and groceries.
Mhm.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah, I've noticed. I'm like, I check my purse. I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't have my cash envelope, so I end up using my debit card. But I still
I
don't
like
go
that
over.
thing anyway, but
Yeah,
Dave Ramsey told us to use it, so
I like it.
she enjoyed it. And
Yeah.
as I said, it was always good to tell yourself what you're going to use the money for.
I need to start doing that again because
It helped. It helped us a lot.
Yeah,
It
so
really did help us.
that's
a lot.
one of the things that I haven't done in about a month and a half.
For me, what I enjoy recently is I enjoy going to the bank. I enjoy, believe it or not, anytime we get like a extra $20 or $30, we run and go pay the principal.
Oh yeah,
In the middle of the week.
That's
we don't
true.
care. We both did it. We were scrounging up nickels, dimes, and pennies just to throw on the principal.
yeah, and
And it's funny because it's like a game, and I think this is how you should treat it. It's not necessarily for you to save a big substantial amount of money and wait, even though we're doing that also when we make the mortgage payment. But anytime we have, the bank's around the corner. It's not far. It's not out of the way. So anytime we have a little extra change, and the way my wife gets paid, she puts money to the side for the account. And
Yeah.
then a person who wasn't a part of the plan. She babysitted someone who wasn't normally in the rotation. I knew what she was trying to say. So she had some extra income.
Yeah.
So she gave me the money to run to
and
the
I said,
bank
just go to the bank and put it in.
pay. The child that came wasn't in the
Somebody that
normal
normally comes, so.
rotation. It was like an emergency situation, So that was good. That was good. And,
I was like, Shona, get up, go pay this money before you go to work, please.
and I'm like, no problem. I
Yeah.
like seeing the people at the bank. It's funny. It used to be tough to pay the mortgage. You'd go in there at the end of the month, give the account to the teller. The teller looks at you. It would be $930.28. They hold the 28
And now you're like, how much? Oh, can you add 500 on it?
Right.
500.
Yeah. Now you go in there with $1,500. She's like, it will be $938.28. I'm like, here's $1,500. What? You're gonna pay a little bit extra? Yes, I'm gonna pay 528 cents extra. So I get her back. So yeah, they treat you different when you always running up there. They start to recognize your face. It's funny. So I enjoy going to the bank now, and as I said, we make it fun. So I would tell you to try that once you get into being debt free. If you have any little extra income that maybe came from somewhere you didn't account for, take it, put it on the principal, and laugh your way driving home.
Yeah. Now I still check prices on everything, even though I know I can buy pretty much whatever we want right now. But
yeah, when we became debt free, we celebrated. We went to a dinner a couple times.
three times last month.
Three times, and that wasn't like us because those dinners were expensive. But as I said, I think we needed it.
Yeah,
and we
did
stopped
take
making so many videos because it's hard to make videos when many of our videos was about trying to get debt free. So it was very difficult now to make videos when you have no real debt other than the mortgage.
We're not complaining, but
Not complaining. It's just harder to think of things to talk about because we always talked about things that affected us. This is not make believe. We talk about things that we're doing, whether it's to the house, whether it's to get rid of this bill. So lately, since we have no bills, it's difficult to talk about it. So.
Oh, tell them about your. I'm sorry. Tell them your friend who called us.
Oh, he called you.
I know,
was
but
at
you
work,
could just
but
tell him
yeah,
what.
I had a friend who he told me before he watched our videos from time to time, but apparently he's been watching it very frequently because when we announced that we were debt free, he called a week ago. I was at work, but he called to congratulate us on from where we've become because he knew us when we were out of high school. When I met her, he was my close friend. Lives in Miami. Chance, what they do, and he was calling to congratulate us, and he was telling my wife from how far we've come. Because as I said, he knew when we had nothing and when we were struggling, fighting, bumping heads. And I think he's now into that stage of his life. They're trying to balance, because he's married, so he's trying to balance out which direction to go. It took us 20 years to learn the stuff because, as I said, we met when we were 19. And if I knew this stuff then, I would have been, we'd be traveling right now. We'll be in Egypt making this video talking about why it's so hot. But, I guess you live, you learn. I'm glad we learned sooner than later because it really is changing us. And I try to tell everybody at work, that's one thing I try to do. If somebody knows about what I do and they ask, I implore them to listen to Dave Ramsey. And when you don't feel up to it, guys, when you feel like you don't feel like doing it anymore, just listen to Dave Ramsey for a couple of days. He always gets me motivated and to get back on track and focus.
Yeah, some of the things I still do, I still watch YouTube debt videos. Like I watch them all the time. I don't watch TV. I just watch debt videos or. I still like to see everybody's journey.
Some nights, as I said, I tell her to turn on the tablet and just stream.
So no honeymoon music, no. Oh, okay. I'm just asking. Yeah, he stopped all the romantic movies and music, and then
I'm debt free.
And we listen to Dave Ramsey. No, seriously, we do. Yeah. We listen to Dave Ramsey pretty much twice a week.
Yeah, about that. Yeah, at one point we was listening every night, but it gets a little repetitive after a while. But because but sometimes when
everybody with the same story,
the stories are similar, different characters, similar stories, family. What I should do, why you did that. You should try it this way. Well, I don't think I can do it. So Dave Ramsey is real blunt. He tells you, so why did you call me? If you're not gonna follow my advice, why did you call me? Because again, guys, he's giving you the advice for free. So I guess it gets on his nerves sometimes when people call him and they really don't want to follow his advice. So sometimes he'll get real blunt and let them have it. And that's, to me, when the show is really funny. And my uncle, Junior, and his wife, hey Mel, hey Junior, they watch now.
Oh yeah,
also.
They have a new YouTube channel. I'm gonna link their channel, and you guys can watch it. They just started
that, but they said they'll be done with their mortgage within 4 years. So
I'm gonna link theirs too.
They've been really knocking it out.
Tell them we sent you.
Yeah. So.
They don't know we're doing it, so tell them we sent you. But that's pretty much it.
That's pretty much it, man.
We still live like we don't have it. We still live like
we really do.
Yeah,
we really do.
Nothing's really changed. We still the only thing I said was the cash envelope. That's the only thing I don't do. Everything else is the same.
When I share the story with the people at my job, like when I tell somebody I don't have a cell phone, they look at me so weird. They really look at me like, "What do you mean? What cave do you come from?"
But you know what? sometimes I almost feel embarrassed to tell people I'm debt free. It feels so weird to say, like,
Yeah,
I
it
feel
feel like you're
like
trying to
some
show off or
yeah.
something like that.
So I notice we don't say it.
yeah, we don't
you know,
say it. You know,
we tell y'all because y'all
yeah,
been with us
yeah.
too long, but I kind of
I
feel
don't know y'all
embarrassed.
anyway. I don't know y'all people.
Yeah, we feel well. I feel embarrassed sometimes. I don't
Right,
say it
right,
that
right,
much.
right,
You know,
right.
even
So,
to close
and when I say it, I tell people I try to live a debt-free
life.
lifestyle.
Yeah, that's
That
a
way
good
it
thing
comes.
to say.
That way it doesn't come off as you trying to, you know,
To
'cause
show off.
you have to try to live the lifestyle for it to work. Because just like if I'm debt-free now, I can pack up a, you know, we can go the opposite direction and stack up a whole bunch of bills just like everybody else. So, you know, you got to try to live the debt-free lifestyle. And I think that's the best way to say it. And some people listen to me and some people said, no, I can't do it.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
My sister's on board too. I'm
Yeah.
gonna, when I go on vacation now, we're gonna see if she'll do a couple of videos, but she's on the right track too.
Yeah, man.
She's started, so a lot of people are on board, you know, they just doing it at their own pace and
We even have our son on it. My son will
Yeah.
go to the store and he won't pick out things that
Anything.
are expensive. He'll beat us to telling it it's
Mommy,
too
that's
expensive.
expensive.
He's not gonna.
and he
he's not
told
gonna
his
buy it.
remember he told his friend, his
Yeah,
best friend,
yeah.
mom.
So it really starts as a young age that it's funny. My son could pretty much afford whatever he wants.
We don't
you
tell
know,
him that.
he goes into Best Buy and he can buy what he wants, but
We
he's
set a
now
budget.
with the mentality that if it's past $20, it's way out of the limit. You know, so I think it's key to teach him young. You know, it's cool.
But that's all that's changed since we
Yeah.
became debt free.
You also lose a lot of weight when you become debt free because you don't eat as much trash. A lot, it does so much in
It
a
does.
big scope of things. It does a
You
lot.
lost 100 and so.
I lost about 80 pounds, easy, and I don't eat out anymore. Once we moved to this area close to my job, where I used to go to, you know, Taco Bell and all Burger King and all the places, I live, as I tell everybody, a mile away. So I come home for lunch and I eat a salad. That's what I eat for lunch: a salad and some rice. So everything falls into becoming debt free. And this video is going way too long, and I apologize. But man, it's fun, man. I just want everybody to get on board. One more thing I like to say: July 4th, Chicago, 103 people were wounded from bullets. It's ridiculous. I don't think there was any day in Afghanistan during the military where, you know, 103 people got hurt from shrapnel or gunshots. So that bothers me, you know, because I read up on this stuff, but, you know, my wife tells me don't get too political because I get worked up. But, you know, let's pray for the people in Chicago. Get rid of the guns, guys. You don't need it. You're killing friends, brothers, cousins, sisters for no reason. Absolutely no reason. You don't even know why you're shooting each other anymore. Okay.
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 I'm not mad at you.
You're not mad at me? Don't touch me no more either on the camera. Gotta get permission. I'm debt free.
We're debt free.
Bye,
Thanks so much
guys.
for watching our channel. Good night.